Hello everybody, how is everybody doing? Firstly, if you could like and subscribe to my channel to support my channel. We are trying to support charities as well. As you can see, the economic crisis in the world, and we're trying to help everybody. So if you could like and subscribe to our channel, that'd be great. So you can get our channel, you can support our channel so you can support other people. AEW Full Gear that happened on the 19th of November. Let's get into it. So there's quite a lot of matches, obviously, so I'm just going to go through them. So the first match we had, Chaos Triangle, Orange Cassidy, Trent, best friends basically. They defeated the Factory in a really good match. Pretty decent match. Then we had Starks. He defeated Brian Cage for the AEW Championship Eliminator. So that was a good match as well. That was a pretty good match. Eddie Kingston defeated John Akiyama as well in a pinfall. It's good to see Eddie Kingston get a win because he hasn't won in a little minute. Then it starts picking up. So then we got Jungle Boy or Jack Perry versus Luchasaurus in a hell of a cage match. There was chairs, there was tables, there was everything going on. There was blood. Black Jack Perry was bleeding and everything. Really good steel cage match. But in the end, it was a win from Jack Perry, aka Jungle Boy. So let's see what happens there. Then we had Death Triangle versus the returning The Elite. That's Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. Really good match for the All Atlantic Championship. It was a barn burner match. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. But in the end, Death Triangle defended. That's probably punishment for brawling backstage, but yeah. And then we had Jade Cargill go against Nyla Rose for her AEW TBS Championship, even though she lost her AEW, well, it was confiscated, well, it was stolen, whatever you want to call it. But she managed to get it back because she won the match in 8 minutes and still your AEW TBS champion, Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill's doing big things. I think it's time for her to go for that Women's Championship coming up soon. I think out of AEW in the women, who's doing something, who's most notable, right? Who has the most notoriety right now? I'd say it's Jade, Britt, and Soraya, really. So let's see what happens anyway. Then we had Chris Jericho versus Bryan Danielson versus Claudio versus Sammy G Guevara in a four-way match for the ROH World Championship. Really good match. Go and see it if you haven't watched it. It was all over the place. It was near falls, it was submissions, it was finishing moves, it was Sammy Guevara flying all over the place. But in the end, Chris Jericho defends the ROH World Championship. So congratulations to Chris Jericho. Then we had Soraya, aka Paige, versus DMD Britt Baker in a really good match for the women. Really, really good match. In the end, Soraya won. Okay, cool. Welcome back, Soraya. Great. Then we had a triple threat match: Samoa Joe versus Wardlow versus Powerhouse Hobbs. Obviously, it's like a monsters brawl, muscle, brutality. Really good match for the AEW TNT Championship. But in the end, we have a double champion. We have a champ right now, which is Joe. So Joe's the television champion of ROH, and he's now the TNT champion of AEW. So he's doing bits. But does that lead the way for Wardlow to go and challenge MJF? Just putting it out there. Thank you, AEW. You can pay me on the back end for giving you a new match and a new storyline. Then we have Sting and Darby Allin versus Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal, with Sanjay Dutt and Singh by their side in no disqualification tag team match. Really good match. Once again, tables, ladders, chairs, fighting in the crowd, jumping off the crowd, blood, everything. In the end, Sting and Darby Allin win. Great match there. Then we had Jamie Hayter versus Tony Storm for the interim AEW Women's Championship because Thunder Rose is still injured. Really good match. Really good match. Go and watch. I haven't seen it, but in the end, Jamie Hayter is your new interim AEW World Champion. So congratulations to Jamie Hayter. She deserves it. I believe she's from the UK as well, so big up yourself. Then in the co-main event, we had the Acclaimed versus Swerve in Our Glory in a rematch for the AEW World Championship. Really good match. Awesome match. Came down to the wire. But in the end, the match was cost by Keith Lee walking out on his tag team partner, Swerve, and costing them the match. And then that's it. Because Swerve wanted Keith to use dirty tactics. He didn't want to do that, and he cost him the match. So, and still AEW World Tag Team Champions, the Acclaimed. So we will see what happens on the back end. It might be Swerve versus Keith Lee next. Then in the main event of the evening, we had Jon Moxley versus MJF for the AEW World Championship. This is it. Jon Moxley has beaten MJF previously, but tonight Did John Moxley do it again? Did he defend his AEW championship against MJF? Did MJF use the Dynamite Diamond Ring? You know he did. Of course he did. And MJF is your new AEW World Champion. Wowee, yowie, wowie. It's the MJF era in AEW. He's getting the biggest cheers. He's getting, I don't know what the rate is when he comes on TV. The TV rating, I probably think he gets the most ratings as well. I think the rub he got off CM Punk pushed him really high. So he's the champion and he's the man. So let's see what happens. Congratulations to MJF. I don't agree with him using the D word, not that D, the other D word, but congratulations to MJF. That's my review on AEW Full Gear. Awesome event. Go and watch it if you haven't seen it. But if you could like, subscribe, and leave a comment, that'd be so kind of you. Take care.